Peace and blessings to the chosen, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Icon pushing his truth for sincerity and charity indeed. I'm the brother Yalad, and I'm responding to this video. It says, be careful when dealing with these American females. Keep the camera rolling 24/7. And I'm not going to play the video, but I'll try to put the link in the description. And essentially, to summarize what happened here, this man was driving, and the girl in the passenger seat just bugged out on him. And according to him, in the recordings that he made for his own safety, he said he only knew her for 30 minutes, and I suppose wherever they came from, she had some drink, and either the spirits, the liquor or the drink got to her and turned her up, or she got internal issues. And I really believe she just has internal issues, something going on in her mind. But the point of this video, at least what I'm responding to, was to simply be careful. You have the man who was recording for his own safety, and had he not had that recording, it could have went bad for him, because she ended up calling the police on him and saying that he tried to do something to her that he didn't, and he had video proof saying otherwise. So I want to put some scriptures to it. Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus 11:29. Bring not every man into thine house, for a deceitful man had many trains. And I want to just liken that into the fact that he verbally himself said he only knew her for 30 minutes. So here it is, you have a complete stranger in your car, and you and them are alone. You see what I'm saying? It's certain, don't get me wrong, there are certain times where, it wouldn't be as bad if you vetted or checked, or certain, methods of things. If you, through the Spirit, use wisdom to break down, how a person could potentially be. But in the span of however long he knew her, it just wasn't wise, But there are methods to use to avoid dealing with crazy. And generally avoid dealing with crazy with just to avoid dealing with the person in general before you even find out that they're crazy. But she's mad. She's lost it. Now, whether she's been touched as a kid or something by her uncle or something, that's, the trauma may have affected her mind and made her into a psychologically not well individual, I could say. Romans 12:17, recompense to man, no man evil for evil, provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much lie than you, live peaceably with all men. And I'm just going to say this because it's true. Distance creates peace. It really does. And I'm one of the brothers who don't really deal with women. I don't deal with them. It's very seldom that I give them my attention. It's very seldom that I spend time with them. And for the simple reason that, actually many reasons. For my sanity's sake, for my pocket's sake, because I'm just far too busy to even deal with that, but when you have a routine or schedule about you, and you operate a certain way to where you can avoid situations like this, where now you have to sit here and record this woman in your car. If you would have never picked this broad up, you see what I'm saying, it would have been peace. Let somebody else deal with crazy, or let her be crazy by herself and walking home. Maybe that walk could give us some something she needed, some comfort or some clarity. But you let a stranger into your car, which is, I mean, it's I don't want to say it's going off or that is wrong. It's just not wise. And the scripture talks about not all things that are lawful are expedient, and by expedient meaning convenient or actually I'll just grab it. Uh-huh. 1 Corinthians 10:23, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. See if I can get a quick definition of that expedient. To just give you an idea. It says convenient, but pragmatic, strategic, advantageous in one's own interest, useful, of benefit, profitable. Profitable right there. Because I'm going to tell you something. Like, avoiding these broads, man, and leaving these women alone is very profitable. And luckily for him, he had a little sense to record that to avoid the slanderous and heinous accusations that were going to come against him. Ecclesiastes 7:12, for wisdom is a defense and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. So wisdom is a defense. If you use wisdom, you can defend yourself from crazy broads, right? Money is a defense. If you stay away from these broads, you got another reason to save money, to not be spending money. You stay away from these broads, watch how much money you save. Watch how much money you be laughing to yourself. You be laughing and enjoying your peace of mind. You be enjoying not arguing with somebody or not hearing this chick cry and complain and nag and then switch her whole behavior and start accusing you and yapping at you and yelling and like that. Look, I do want to clarify one thing, I mean, now if you are bound, don't seek to be loose, like Apostle Paul said, and if you loose, don't seek to be bound, A lot of married men say the same thing. Every married man I've ever known, they say, hey, enjoy your freedom. Don't do it. And in the same sense, I'm saying to any brother watching it, stay. Don't seek to be loosened, because what worked for you may not work for me. The Lord got us going through our own walk, and we have to walk our own walk with faith and fear and trembling, like the scripture talk about. You see, so you can't try to do it like the next man or replicate like the next man, but we can also iron sharpen iron and learn off of each other. And all I said here in response to this video is how to just have peace with these people, and as if it's possible, because sometimes it's not possible. Some people are irrational. Some people cannot be reasoned with. Some people cannot be talked down with soft words. They cannot be met with understanding. So it would be better to not be around them at all. And like I said, distance creates peace, because there's a saying out there in the world that proves this true, that absence makes the heart grow fonder. So the more and more you're away from somebody, the more and more you miss them. But which means automatically the more and more you're around them, the more and more likely you are going to get irritated by them. The more you're gonna, or get overly comfortable with somebody. So distance creates peace. Sometimes it'll put things at ease. It'll keep tension from rising and heating up from misunderstandings sometimes. So you could take notes from this video that this brother had posted here, and endure these last days for. You could take notes from that, and you can take notes from this video too. But and the scripture talks about, hey, blessed are the peacemakers. Matthew 5:9, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Yahweh. But that's just essentially the point, man. If it be possible, have peace with all men. I'm not trying to go overly deep in this. I think I kept it pretty simple. And I'm going to sign off with that. Shalom.